There's roughly 74 million fathers in America today, and every single one of them at some point is going to experience these three phases you go through with your kids. That applies also to business and in life. So before I get into it, if this gives you any value, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. What are the three phases? First phase, it's a beautiful phase. It's when your kids totally idolize their dads. Oh my God, my dad is so awesome. We play catch together. We go out and have a good time together. My dad is amazing. And then all of a sudden, kid gets a little bit older. Then dad does things wrong. Dad doesn't have a clue what he's doing. Then you go through the demonized phase. My dad is horrible. He's so controlling. He doesn't care about me. He doesn't do this. He doesn't do that. And then you may go through a phase of a couple years, maybe 5, 10 years. Sometimes it lasts over 10 years where you just totally demonize your dad. Your dad can't do anything right. And then one day you wake up. Typically it happens when you become a father. And then you start humanizing your father. And you say, man, he's kind of right. Shit, things he said, that was kind of right. This was right. All this other stuff that takes place. So again, you may be watching this as a kid saying, I'm in the phase right now, but you don't understand. My dad is different. He's horrible. He's this, he's that. Fine, no problem. By the way, this is not a fatherless home statistic I'm giving you. Set those fathers aside that are not there, they're absent, they're not around. You can say whatever you want there. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about somebody that is active, is there, is tough on you, challenges you, kicks your butt, pushes you, all this stuff where you have many opportunities to have a demonizing type of an energy towards your father. Let's look at a couple different things. My feedback on both, okay, on both. Meaning the person that's like, that's not fair, versus the person that's kicking their butt and challenging them, right? I've been both places in my career as a father, as a businessman, as a CEO. Anybody in your life that is gonna get into the phase of having to challenge you, mentor you, expect more from you, there are millions of opportunity to dislike this person because you're gonna be like, when is it ever gonna be good enough for you? I let you down. I didn't get this deadline. I didn't do this. You're automatically gonna resent that person a little bit. If you're able to have wisdom and look at it and realize maybe you didn't keep your end of the bargain. Maybe you said you were gonna do something, you didn't do it. Maybe you're the one that is frustrated with yourself, but you're taking it out on the easy target, which is your dad or your boss or your CEO or your entrepreneur, whoever you're working with. You're like, it's all his fault. But in reality, when you're by yourself 10 years later, you say, it's kind of my fault. I had a guy I was working with, love this guy, great guy, but he left on bad terms because I challenged him. I thought this guy was gonna be like rock star. 10 years later, he gives me a phone call. He texts me first and say, can we get on the call? I'm like, why is this guy calling me? This guy didn't say a lot of good things about me when he left. He demonized everything I was doing. But we had lost contact, so I didn't know what he was up to. He says, you got any time to get on the call? I said, sure, let's get on the call together. We got on the call. I said, what's up? I said, am I not the person that you hated and I did this and I did that and I did this? He says, Pat, I was 24 years old. I had no clue what the hell I was doing. I said, oh, okay, cool. How you doing? He said, well, I wanted to call you because it's very emotional for me. I've been wanting to call you for the last 6 months. I've had a hard time giving you a call. I said, what's that? He says, I am officially the bank president for XYZ Bank. And this was in San Diego. I said, you're the bank president? He says, yes. Really? Yeah. How good are you doing? Very good. I said, that's amazing. I always knew you had it in you to do something big. And he is quiet now. He's not saying anything. I said, what's up? Why are you quiet? He says, Pat, everything you taught me for that year and a half that I work with you, on the way you challenged me, you pushed me, you did this, you did that, you did this, I applied all of those things to what I'm doing right now, and I eventually became a president. And I now have people that resent me, but everybody that resents me, I go back and I think about the time that I resented you for a couple of years. And I just want to say sorry. And I want to say thank you. It's the weirdest phone call. But I love the phone. I get a lot of those calls nowadays because I'm in a tough position. I'm always, for the most part, I've been a person that's challenging. But this guy had to go through his phase of idolizing, oh my God, it's the best working with Pat, to demonizing, man, he's so tough on you, da 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 da. All he cares about is this, and then humanize, damn, I kind of have to do the same thing he's doing to develop to the next, get to the next level as well. So you got those three phases, but there's three other things that you got to be thinking about if you are the father, if you are the boss, because you can't say, oh, it's my son. Oh, it's all on them. No, part of it is on us as well. So what is it on the father? What is it on the CEO? What is it on the leader? Three things. First phase is body phase. You have to win their trust. You have to win their love. They have to know you care about them. With your kid has to know I love you. Last night, Dylan and I are practicing the scripture for him. He keeps getting the one word, but on what is unseen, Scripture Corinthians, we're going back and forth. For 30 minutes, eventually he starts, oh my God, Dad, you're making, I said, buddy, one more time. We did this for 30 minutes until boom, he got it, right? And he comes in and I say, hey, who loves you? He says, you love me. I said, of course I love you. But I want you to crush it tomorrow because I know what you're trying to do with your scores. First thing in the morning, I'm taking him. It's like, hey, tell me the scripture. Bam, bam, bam. 3 times, get it back to back to back to back, right? I'm in a tough position, but he has to know I love him. Number 1 is body. Number 2 is mentoring. I would do this if I were you. I would do that if I were you. Try reading this. Try doing that. Do it this way. Do it that way. How about this? How about that? Look at this. Read this article. Look at this video. Look how he's doing it. Do you see how she did it? Try that. It's mentoring. So buddy, mentoring, try this way. And then the last one, which creates friction, is challenge. And the challenge is, you said you were going to do this. Why don't you do it? That's friction with your son. Oh my God, he's always on top. I'm like, so leave me alone. Can you give me a freaking, cut me some slack? Hey, I thought you said you guys this month, you guys were going to do this number. What happened here? So you challenge. I think you guys can do X, Y, Z. Are you guys putting the right effort? You guys giving your best? Are you staying focused? I notice a lot of times you're watching Netflix while you're working. Why are you watching shows at work hours? Why are you always having a movie playing in the background and you're working like this? You think you can stay focused like that? Oh my God, if it's like I can't do nothing at work. But your boss may be right, but your leader may be right. But you can still say it and then let them know, I believe you can be X, Y, Z if you do A, B, C. But if you as a leader or a father forget to inject the belief and love in the person that you're leading and you're driving, they think that maybe you don't love them anymore and maybe you don't believe in them anymore. Sometimes all the leader has to do is to remind the person how much they believe in them, for the individual to say, I'm willing to receive the mentoring and being challenged because I know for a fact this guy loves me and cares about me. Something I had to learn in my 20s, and it's not something you're ever going to perfect. It's something that's a constant reminder to us fathers and to us leaders to know this is going to be happening. You're never going to perfect this. You got to constantly be aware of this if you want to have stronger relationship with your kids and the people that you're leading. So if you got value out of this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. I got another video for you to watch. I did it a few months ago titled The Fatherless Crisis in America. If you've never seen this before, click here to watch it. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye, bye-bye.